just one more time, so you don't slip away. My life ain't what it used to be. I feel so lost inside. Just give me one more night to say goodbye. Can I tell you just one more time how much you mean to me? To hear your voice and see your smile, oh, now just memories. My life ain't what it used to be. I feel so lost inside. Just give me one more night to say goodbye. My life ain't what it used to be, but I won't stay lost inside. In me I feel your light. My heart will give me one more night. Love will give me one more night to say goodbye. Just give me one more night. Just one more night. Oh, just one more night to say goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Sunny cup of coffee, pack of cigarettes. The thunder breaks the silence, storms brewing in my head. Then the whiskey starts to burn, just like the candlelight. Stuck inside a memory, fading into the night. I don't wanna feel the sun, I just wanna feel the rain. Tread whiskey all night long, drown away my pain. Hide under a cloud till my love is gone, like in this house. I don't wanna feel the sun. Ooh.
She is an alumni artist of season number 6 of NBC's The Voice. She was on Team Blake, and she is my good friend, Audra McLaughlin. That one was called I Don't Want to Feel the Sun, and before that, One More Night. We'll have one more song from Audra McLaughlin here in just a moment. Welcome to a Triple Play Thursday edition of The Tim Kelly Show. We are live from Branson, Missouri, and live on our website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. I've got a great live show for you tonight. 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. That is how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. And I've got a couple of great radio interviews for us tonight as well. My good friend Bree Carter will be first on the first half of this, bottom half of this first hour. And then in the bottom half of hour number 2, my good friend Judy Pastor is going to join us on the program as well. You'll get to hear the stories behind the songs and lots of great country music tonight on the radio. We are also on our YouTube channel. Go over there at KICR Indie Country Radio and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I got fireworks right behind me going on in the studio. We're getting you ready for the 4th of July, Independence Day. That will be coming up soon, and we're also going to be on the air that night as well. I don't take a day off. We're going to do Triple Play Thursday on Thursday night, July the 4th. So all of the interview schedules are on the bottom of our homepage at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com as well. I want to give a big thank you to all the stations that replay the program. We got great ones on board like KUHS Denver, KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, radiotheking.be also from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, LakeParadiseRecords.net, a great Sony Orchard record label. You can catch us on CanyonStar.tv. Just search The Tim Kelly Show. And we are also on all the major streaming services like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts. Wherever you stream your podcast, just search The Tim Kelly Show and you will be listening to New Country's Best. One more from Audra McLaughlin to complete her triple play. It is called Sad Song and a Cowboy from The Tim Kelly Show. KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Triple Play Thursday.
He was a right-away kind. Love him and leave him back to the wind. Not looking back kind. Never seeing her reaching across the bed for him with a tear in her eye. She was a hopeful soul, holding on to nothing, believing it was something worth a pile of gold. Watching that horizon, praying she'll find him in a trail of smoke, but she won't. He's gone like a tumbleweed in a Texas wind. John Wayne disappearing into the sun.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
That's school ain't meant for sitting all alone buying your own drinks. Hearts ain't meant for breaking, but you're wearing one on your sleeve. And baby, maybe there's a way to turn that around. No doubt. We ain't gotta call it love, but tonight let the neon do what it does. Let that sign right by the door light up that smile of yours. Get you leaning on into me. Swaying to the 2 and 4, sweep your heart up off the floor. Girl, there's no telling where this night might lead. We can take it slow, there ain't no need to rush. Tonight, let's let the neon do what the neon does. Shining on you, girl, you know it's hard to hide that what you waiting on, boy, look, that's in your eyes, baby. Maybe we can stay till they all go out. Shut it down. Steal a kiss with a little love tonight. Let the neon do what it does. Let that sign right by the door light up that smile of yours. Get you leaning on into me. Swaying to the 2 and 4, sweep your heart up off the floor. Girl, there's no telling where this night might lead. We can take it slow, there ain't no need to rush. Tonight, let's let the neon do what the neon does. What the neon does. Girl, that clock's a ticking, we're running out of time. Don't wanna reminisce on what we might have had tonight. Let that sign right by the door light up that smile of yours. Get you leaning on into me. Swaying to the 2 and 4, sweep your heart up off the floor. Girl, there's no telling where this night might lead. We can take it slow, there ain't no need to rush. Tonight, let's let the neon do what the neon does. What the neon does. She don't mind roses on Valentine's Day, but she'd rather have daisies. She can back a bass boat in the lake, and she's good with babies. She ain't scared of scoring her green if you lay one on her. She's every good old boy's dream, hell, who wouldn't want her? She knows all about football, and knows NASCAR, and the Bible like the back of her hand. Knows her way around a wine list, but she's fine with a cold Coors Light in a can. She likes the way Brute 33 smells. She's honeysuckle sweet, she's funny as hell. She's sunset pretty, don't mind the city, but she'd rather live outside of town. And one of these days it just might settle down. Oh, if I can find me a girl like the one my daddy found. DM her on Instagram, swipe right on Tinder. Didn't meet her at a bar down in Birmingham or at a show in Denver. He was sitting in a church in a button-down shirt. She was singing in the choir. Oh, and I just pray the good Lord made another one like her. She knows all about food. knows her way around a wine list, but she's fine with a cold Coors Light in a can. She likes the way Brute 33 smells. She's honeysuckle sweet, she's funny as hell. She's sunset pretty, don't mind the city, but she'd rather live outside of town. And one of these days it just might settle down. Oh, if I can find me a girl like the one my daddy found. He said I do, and then he never looked back. Well, I wanna love a woman like that. 'Cause a woman like that knows all about football and knows NASCAR and the Bible like the back of her hand. Knows her way around a wine list, but she's fine with a cold Coors Light in a can. She likes the way Brute 33 smells. She's honeysuckle sweet, she's funny as hell. She's sunset pretty, don't mind the city, but she'd rather live outside of town. And one of these days it just might settle down. Oh, if I can find me a girl like the one my daddy found. Like the one my daddy found. If I can find me a girl like the one my daddy found.
Was the winner of season number 22 of NBC's The Voice. He was also on Team Blake. His name is Bryce Leatherwood. That is called The One My Daddy Found. And before that, another great song called Neon Does. Well, we are going to have a great radio interview after one more song from Bryce Leatherwood. My first guest, Bree Carter, will be joining us on the Tim Kelly Show. You'll get to hear her story and the stories behind her songs as well. So stay tuned. We're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Go check out our YouTube channel. I am live over there right now at KICR Indie Country Radio on YouTube. We got a pretty good fireworks display going on behind me, and I had to turn the volume down on that so we could all hear the music. So it's sounding really, really good right now. I'm still learning this technology, and speaking of still learning, that is the title of the third song from Bryce Leatherwood. It is called Still Learning on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Triple Play Thursday.
You can still go home after 2 shots of bourbon, but that third one is gonna lead to 4. And even though you won't leave there hurting in the morning, you'll be sure that you ain't drinking anymore. There's lessons that this life has taught me more than twice, and I don't know why it is, but I always forget. Jesus saves and time don't wait, and not every road you take will lead you home. Talk is cheap, but love is free. Some things change and some things won't, but ain't that the way it goes? I'm still learning what I already know. You can spend all of your days making a living, but if you let it, it gets in the way of making a life. Sorry's just a word if you don't mean it. And if she's leaving, she's probably leaving 'cause you didn't mean it in time. Well, I've had all this figured out more times than I can count. Jesus saves and time don't wait, and not every road you take will lead you home. Talk is cheap, but love is free. Some things change and some things won't, but ain't that the way it goes? I'm still learning what I already know. saves it. Time don't wait it. Not every road you take is gonna lead you home. Talk is cheap, but love is free. Some things change and some things won't. But ain't that the way it goes? I'm still learning what I already know. Yeah, I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm still learning.
To the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. We are live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world on this Triple Play Thursday. And my special guest tonight is Bree Carter. How are you, my friend?
I am wonderful, and I am so happy to be here with you, Tim.
Man, it's good to have you on the program, too. I've been looking forward to this one. I want to give a big thank you to Jason from JWA Media for hitting me up, and you're the first artist of his that he's promoted to me, and I know there will be more. He's a great publicist.
I know. I'm so excited. Jason, he's always about trying to, get me a little bit of exposure and reaching out to good people. So when he told me that I had the interview scheduled with you, I was just like bouncing off the walls. I'm like, when is it coming? When is it coming? You've worked with so many people and had just the opportunity to interview so much talent. So I felt it an honor just to be able to be on your show.
And there's a lot of talent out there, a lot of talent shows. I interview people from The Voice of NBC and then American Idol, America's Got Talent, all of that. But they're just scratching the surface of what's out there, and I am too, basically. But we're still trying. We're in year number 13 now of the show.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. And you've been doing music for a while. We're gonna talk about your journey in music, but you're in the heart, or born and raised in the heart of Louisiana, in Monroe, Louisiana. You said that two people have asked you about my buddy Bubba Reeves, if you knew him, but he's been on the program twice from Monroe, Louisiana too. So.
I know. Hopefully, I'll see him this coming up weekend. I'm gonna be doing some traveling, so I'll be doing my first hometown show. So maybe I'll meet him when I go there.
Absolutely, a lot of great country music in that deep South area of Louisiana. But you were also raised on a rich diet of gospel hymns and started singing in the church at the Lone Star Missionary Baptist Church. So tell us about your journey in music.
Yes, sir. I mean, everything for me is based on faith. I tell people I'm a God lover. I'm faith-filled. Not perfect by no means, but I do know that my foundation is God. And just growing up in the church, my mom, my aunts, my uncles, everyone was in the church choir. So it was just honestly inevitable that music would be a part of my path and my journey. And on top of that, we have some close relatives that were actually also in the music industry that I think had an influence on me wanting to do music as well.
That is awesome. I usually ask that question if you have any siblings, and if so, are they musically inclined like you? But who are the relatives? What relation?
Actually, one of the guys from the Temptations, Melvin Blue, known as Blue for the Temptations, he was a close cousin of ours, and I remember growing up, my mom, she used to go to their concerts. They used to keep in touch and what have you, and do family events. So pretty exciting.
Wow.
So that was one of the ones, and all of my siblings, they actually play musical instruments. I think for me, initially early on, although I sang in the choir, I was more on maybe public speaking, a lot of the writing, and I truly didn't come into my own voice until I was an adult when my biological father passed away.
Okay.
And I knew I was music bound.
Yeah. Well, that is some good stuff if your relatives are part of the Temptations. When I first moved to Branson, my brother was a creative director at what is called Dick Clark's American Bandstand. It's kind of changed hands now here in Branson, but, they used to bring in a lot of people that were on American Bandstand, and I think the Temptations were on there back in the day, weren't they?
Wow, I'm pretty sure they were.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not around the original members anymore, but I'm pretty sure they were.
Yeah, so that's some good stuff. You got a great family history there. You're inspired by folks like Charlie Pride and Loretta Lynn. In fact, you did a great rendition of Kiss an Angel Good Morning, one of his most famous songs.
Thank you. And you know what? It's something I grew up listening to it. My father used to sing it when I was a little girl, and just all of his songs, and just country music in general. Yeah. And when I decided to redo the song, I was hoping that someday he'd hear it and we'd be on stage one day singing it together.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, before I could get it released, he had passed away.
Yep, I've loved him for years too, and I have a classic country station on my website, and it plays classic country music around the clock, 24/7. So you get the best of both worlds. We also have a TV channel that plays the classic videos on there as well. So get to see and hear a lot of Charley Pride. I love him.
I know, me too. And his wife's pretty amazing as well, Miss Rosine.
Yes, she is. Another great artist and a female artist, the voice of Aretha Franklin. Boy, I loved her too.
Oh, Aretha, definitely. That's that soul. And from my understanding, she's a distant relative as well.
No kidding.
So, I mean, I don't know anything about her. I can only go with family members say,
Yeah.
you know, from that Detroit, the Michigan area and what have you. So I'm pretty sure maybe somewhere down in the lineage we're related as well. But yeah, no, Aretha, I grew up listening to her, and it was just amazing. And so she definitely was an influence.
That is amazing. No wonder you sing so good, and the folks are going to find that out here in a little bit when we play 3 of your songs on this Triple Play Thursday. That is awesome stuff. But you have a lot more going on than your history in music. You have went to school, and you've got your bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and you are also an Army veteran. You were a soldier and an officer.
Yes, initially I went in and enlisted with 2 of my female cousins, and we were so gung-ho, we were ready to do that. And the next thing, decided to go back to college and join ROTC, and then I got my commission when I graduated.
Uh-huh.
So it was always the military and education, because I went on and got my doctorate too in theology. That's what hence me saying that being a God lover and just being faith-filled and what have you, and that just being the guiding light for the things that I do.
Yeah, that is awesome. You know, I was telling you off the air and hooking you up with my friends at Freedom Jam. I got to host that last September in St. Peter's, right outside of St. Louis, and you go back and forth to St. Louis quite a bit, you were telling me. So maybe we'll see you at Freedom Jam. Yeah.
Well, I hope so, because I got roots down in that area, so that's another home away from home.
That is awesome. You know, we thank you for being a veteran, and we always thank our veterans. About 4 weeks ago, we had Memorial Day and that Memorial Day weekend, and my good buddy John Eason has this group called Songs for Heroes, and they write and dedicate songs to our veterans, and a lot of them, unfortunately, paid the ultimate price to protect us, and so that we have the freedoms to do shows like this and go out and entertain the folks and have those freedoms in this country. And you know, we can never repay that, but it's a small way of doing it, isn't it? And putting on concerts like that.
I completely agree. It's about remembering the sacrifice that they made with their lives for us to have these freedoms that we have. So that's why, you know what, our country isn't perfect, but I still, God bless the USA, America, I still love being here, and I'm just so thankful and grateful for the men and women that died for our freedom and our liberties.
Absolutely. It says, when you set your boots in Nashville, you carved out a niche for yourself as an exquisite country soul singer and songwriter, blending those threads, country soul, southern pop, and electrifying tapestry of your sound. I love that, you know, about country music specifically, how you can incorporate all of these other genres within it. And there's so many genres even within country music, like outlaw country, pop country. There's this red dirt country out of Texas. A lot of good stuff, isn't it?
I completely agree. I mean, the foundation is country, and everything's just kind of fused and blended together. So I love it, because then I get to be, and other people get to be, true to who they are as a whole, because country is that foundation too.
Yeah. When did you make the move to Nashville? How long you been there?
So I moved to Nashville almost 8 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Initially, when I moved to Nashville, when I came to Nashville, it was back and forth, and about 4 years ago, I made the leap to be all in here in Nashville.
That is awesome. Well, I think Branson's kind of number 2 in the world of country music to Nashville. I say that quite a bit on the radio because of the history that we have here. We had Glenn Campbell had a theater here for years. Mel Tillis had a theater. Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard shared a theater here. So Mickey Gilley, before he passed away, and his theater is still here. They're still putting on shows out of it. But a lot of great history in country music here in Branson, too.
I know. I'd love to get up there, or get up there to Branson. I was going to say down there, but I think it's up there to Branson.
Okay, yeah, we're pretty much maybe a little bit south, but we're kind of west of you too, about 9 hours maybe.
For sure. Hey, sign me up. You have a gig for me, I will travel.
We'll see if we can't make that happen. I've been working with some theaters here the last couple of years in Branson and doing my show out of some of them. So it's been a fun ride for sure. And getting to meet folks like you is why we do this. You know, that's what a radio personality is all about, is getting to interview these people and put this great music out there that you make. And you got some good ones.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you. You've been doing this for a long time, so you've seen a lot of talent.
Yep.
So I appreciate you saying that.
Well, we hashtag our station New Country's Best. That's actually our X account, formerly Twitter, is at New Country's Best. And I like to be able to say that behind every song that I play. And I can sure say it about the 3 that we're going to play for you tonight.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, tell me something, too, that most of the artists that we have on the program do. It's called songwriting, and I know you do that. So tell us how that bug started for you and how long you've been doing that.
You know what? I was probably writing songs, which initially started out as poems and short stories when I was probably about 7 or 8 years old.
Wow.
So I started writing. So that was one of the big gifts that I had. And I just kind of really honed in on it and just developed the writing a little bit more before I decided to actually do the singing. And for me, the process is just thinking back, digging down in my experiences, but also experiences and things that I read about around the world, and also things that have happened to friends and relatives.
Right.
I like to kind of tell those stories.
You know, doesn't country tell the best stories? You know, of all the genres out there, you picked one of the best ones out there to be in because of that.
I completely agree. It's nothing like a good story.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and growing up down there in Louisiana, there's lots of stuff to do. Those country back roads, they got them. You know, I've been through Monroe, Louisiana years ago, and what they call the bayous, and there was moss hanging off the trees in that swamp land. And, you know, I still see it every once in a while on Hulu, that Swamp People show. I love that, where they're catching them alligators and stuff down there.
I know, and the bayou's still there, and the moss on the trees, all of that's still there. It's just, I think the difference is that it's growing up. So maybe some of the country, like the one light towns that you used to see, those places have developed or gone away.
Yeah.
I think the going away part is the saddest. The development part doesn't bother me as much, as long as we still keep the foundation of the country, I think.
Right. Well, and speaking of that, we want to keep the foundation of country music alive, and especially this traditional country music. And there's young males and females both doing their part in keeping that alive. And your tribute to Charlie Pride with Kissin' Angel Good Morning is just a testament of that, too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try to do my best. Listen, we all have a role and a part to play. We just got to make sure that when we're called to the assignment that we lock in and do our part.
You know, that is absolutely true. And you speak of Loretta Lynn. I've been playing her daughter, granddaughter, actually, Emmy Russell. She was on America's Got Talent here just recently. And, you know, she can't be Grandma. She can't be Loretta Lynn. That's already been done. But she has her own style, her own sound, as you do too. And you're putting your version of yourself out there, and that's what we want. We got to have something new and fresh, and that's what this independent country music to me has always been about. In the last 12, 13 years, I've been doing it.
Thank you for saying that. I have conversations with people, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to be this person?" And I'm like, you know what, I totally admire a lot of the greats and what have you, and have the utmost respect for them and love their voice and their unique sound. But I'm like you just said, it's been done. Everyone needs to be authentic, be you, whoever you are, and just walk in your own authenticity, in your own light, because there's room enough for us all to shine in who we are.
Absolutely. I totally believe that, and I'm glad to have you on the program. This is our first interview, but I guarantee you it won't be our last. I already want to have you back on, and you've got some more EPs coming out here recently, I saw, too.
I do, a Bria Fresh Air, and I have 2 new singles that's going to be dropping real soon. Cake and Eat It Too, and Sun is Shining. So Sun's Still Shining, that's what it is. Sun's Still Shining and Cake and Eat It Too. They're kind of both different, but I can't wait for everyone to hear it. I think there's going to be something in there for people to fall in love with. Yep. And on top of that, they're women anthem songs. So there's life after a breakup in love, and then also there's just women taking their power back and saying, "Hey, you don't have to deal with someone that wants to have their cake and eat it too. You know what? You're the cake. You're the whole shebang, and walk in the light and the power that you have as an individual. And people should respect and respect and love you for who you are, and not necessarily need 2 or 3 of you.
Man, I love that. We got young Shayna G. That's our Friday anthem song now. She came out with this song here about 5-6 weeks ago called Hello Friday, and it's just talking about having a good time, maybe be in a bar, see a cowboy across the room that you want to dance with, and we have a good time on New Music Friday, and I'd like to debut brand new music, so we met her, and I got to introduce her at Freedom Jam as well last year in September, so that was a fun thing. And I want to ask you, too, this, your inspiration for writing music, does that happen at all different times? Do you come up with a song idea maybe at 3:30 in the morning and wake up and say, hey, I got to write this down or I'm going to lose that idea, or all day, every day, just about out and about, things happen?
You know what? All day, every day,
Yep.
while out and about, while sleeping, while waking up, having coffee, while in the middle of a conversation, something may strike me and I'm like, I better write it down.
Yep.
Sometimes it may just be a song title or just from the title, there's an idea that comes or stems from it. So yeah, I have a ton of notes in my phone. As much as I like to say I like to write it down, because I still like to write things down old school, but unfortunately a lot of times I don't have pen and paper. So when I say I have thousands of notes, I have thousands of notes in my phone.
There you go. And creative minds don't get a lot of sleep, do they?
No, not at all. The brain is always going nonstop.
Yeah.
There's I'm thankful and grateful, but there are some days I'm like, I just need just a little bit of rest today.
Yeah.
But they said there's no rest for the weary, so I keep going.
That's right. Well, we're actually glad that you didn't take a nap before this program, or maybe you did. I don't know, getting ready for this. But you sound fresh and ready to go.
I am. Thank you.
Tell me about this first song. It's called Straight Up Country Crazy. Does that speak about you?
Oh, wow. That is so me. Straight up country crazy. And that is me. The love of all my friends and my family. And cheers to everyone that's there. Just having a good time and celebrating. Like you just talked about the other song. It's celebrating having a good time and just being who you are and getting on that dance floor. And, as they say, cutting a rug, just shaking it all off and being thankful for where you are.
Man.
I think it just says that, and not being afraid to walk in your craziness.
Yep.
And the funness and just the fun and the freedom of life. I think that's what that song symbolizes.
I love that. That's what music's all about, and country music is all about. And I call this show a 3-hour escape from what's going on in the world. I was on the radio the day Merle Haggard passed away. And
Wow.
we still put on a show, and Willie Nelson the following Friday was scheduled to be in Springfield, Missouri, just north of Branson. Well, obviously he couldn't bring Merle because he passed, but Willie's a show must go on kind of guy, so he brought Jamie Johnson with him, and Jamie Johnson sang all the Merle parts, and I heard he had a pretty hard time getting through it too. It was a really emotional thing. But,
For sure.
that's what country music is about, to go ahead and put that show out in front of the fans. It's an escape from reality, isn't it? And that's why we go see a movie and things like that, too.
It is. I think I tell people music saves lives.
It does.
Music is medicine. It makes a huge difference in so many lives. And you just got to know when to tap in. And obviously, if you're not necessarily in a good, happy place, you don't want to listen to anything sad. So you need to listen to those things that'll definitely uplift you and give you hope.
You got it.
And empowerment.
And I love a great ballad in the world of country music. Some of those are kind of sad and tell some good stories, too. Those are some of my favorites, but I love the upbeat songs that make you want to get out and get on that dance floor. And that's why I love doing this show, Triple Play Thursday, because it kind of shows a variety of all that. We try to pick 3 songs that are a little bit different in every way. So
I love it.
You've got that going on for sure. Now, I want to ask you this, too, and give a big shout-out to the recording studio and who produced this music we're going to play tonight.
Oh my goodness, Jason Wyatt, We the People Productions. They did Straight Up Country Crazy. So I've worked with lots of producers from Nashville to Missouri, all the way down to Atlanta and out in California. So it was just a few different producers on the album, on the Brand New Country album, where these songs came from.
If he's the Jason Wyatt I'm thinking of, I've got some of his music. He's a pretty good artist too, I believe, if it's the same one.
He is.
Yep.
He is. That is him. He used to be the lead singer of the, the Lost Trailers.
Mm-hmm.
many moons ago. But he's producing. I think he recently won an award. But yeah, Jason's pretty amazing.
That is awesome. Yeah, I've got some duets that he's done with some other artists too. So speaking of that, we'll come back and talk about that here in just a moment. I'll make you think just a little bit. I'm not going to tell you off the air what I'm going to ask you, but we'll definitely give you a mind-bending question here in a minute.
Okay.
Her name is Bree Carter, and it is Brei. If you want to look up Bree Carter, by the way, so check her out all over social media, and we'll ask you about that here in just a little bit too. But we're going to play Straight Up Country Crazy and come back and talk some more to Bree Carter on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Get your low mix in the air, drink 'em like you just don't care. We're gonna do it Western, we're gonna make this barn burn. Grab a hand, grab a buckle, get up in the saddle, lean it back, swing it round, rope a little trouble. Cowboys and cowladies, when the fiddle starts to play, kick it in low cases, get your Wrangler shaking, get a shot, just take it, let's get straight up country crazy. I see you catching her eye, she looks like your type. You better get with him, girl, he's gonna rock your whole world. Grab a hand, grab a buckle, get up in the saddle, lean it back, swing around, rope a little trouble. Cowboys and cowladies, when the fiddle starts to play, kick it in low cases, get your Wrangler shaking, get a shot, just take it, let's get straight up country crazy. Other guys are acting like Willie Whalen in cash. Let me hear you girls, where my 10 years at? Cowboys and cowladies, when the fiddle starts to play, kick it in low cases, get your Wrangler shaking, get a shot, just take it, let's get straight up country crazy. Cowboys and cowladies, when the fiddle starts to play, kick it in low cases, get your Wrangler shaking, get a shot, just take it, let's get straight up country crazy.
Her name is Bree Carter. That is called Straight Up Country Crazy. We just heard the story behind the song, and it is fantastic. Good job on that one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The question I was going to ask you about, Jason Wyatt, you mentioned him as your producer, and he's done some duets, and I have those in my files. What's your dream gig, if you haven't already done it? Either somebody you would like to open for on stage, one of your all-time favorites, and it can be somebody who's passed. We mentioned, Charlie Pride and Loretta Lynn and Aretha Franklin. All of those have passed. Or somebody you would like to do a duet with maybe one of these days that you haven't.
You know what? I'd love to do one with Chris Stapleton.
Ooh, there
He
you go.
would be amazing just because he's just so soulful. And honestly, I could sit here and go on and on. There's so many different artists that I'd love to do something with. I even like Craig Morgan. I love to do something with him.
Ooh, nice.
I mean, they're totally different. I love a Blake Shelton.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do something with Gretchen Wilson.
There you
Just
go.
the sass and who she is. I would love to do something with her. Reba McEntire. There's so many. Listen, give me one with Darius Rucker.
There you go.
There's a ton of artists out there, new and old, that I'd love to try something with. And I think that's one of the things that I'm looking at now going forward is collaborations, doing features and different things with other artists, and just kind of cross-pollinating our talents and coming together.
Yeah. I could hear and see you singing a Wagon Wheel with Darius Rucker. That's a fun song, huh?
For sure, I would surely do it.
That is awesome. I love that. And it's a big country music world out there, but it's small in the fact that these women of country music right now are just killing it. And you got Lainey Wilson and some of these ones that I was playing as an independent artist before they got their big break and their big record deals. And you guys in country music, especially the females, are really tearing it up right now.
Definitely, and I love Lainey. Lainey's from Louisiana too, so
Yep.
hey, shout out to my Louisiana girls.
She definitely got that southern accent. I don't hear it much in you, but I definitely
she
hear
got
it
it.
in her.
I don't have it because I also grew up in California for a few years, and growing up, my mom was like, "You're not gonna say ain't and all of this and y'all and all of this." Now as an adult, I can say what I want to say.
Yeah. I spent 20 years in southeast Oklahoma before coming to Branson. Some of that actually rubbed off on me, and I had to get rid of it a little bit too. So
I do understand.
yeah. Speaking of California, let me ask you this: where in California were you? Because I went to broadcasting school there in the '80s.
Oh, okay. Well, that was definitely before my time, but I was in San Francisco and also L.A.
Okay, there you go. I wasn't too far from L.A. I used to work in Downey and Huntington Beach.
Okay, awesome.
So, I went to broadcasting school in San Diego, and back then I was loving 80s music. That's what I kind of grew up listening to. But in the 90s, when I married my first wife from Oklahoma, that 90s country is what got me, and it probably got you too.
Wow, for sure, definitely.
Yeah, and we still hear a lot of it today, and that's why I wanted to start the classic country radio station that we got playing on the radio 24/7. But it has sure been fun having you, Bree Carter, and we're going to play two more of your songs, but I want to ask you where folks can reach out and find you on social media if they want to check out more and go see you in a live show and pre-save some of your next EP singles that are coming out.
That would be amazing. You can find me, first of all, on BreeCarter.com, BREICARTER, BreeCarter.com. So all of my updates there are there. Bands in town. You can find me on all the major platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, iTunes, across the board, Tidal. You can find me Amazon Music, across the board, all platforms, Bree Carter, BREICARTER, and on all social platforms. It's my name, Bree Carter, BREICARTER. I would love a like, a follow, a download, a stream. Interact with me, DM me, message me across the board. I'm a person, country girl, just like you are, and I'd love to get to know you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Boy, I saw on your website you dressing like a country girl too. You got hole in your jeans and boots on, and your hair's all braided and your cowboy hat. You're looking good.
Thank you. You'll probably always catch me in my cowgirl boots, 24/7. Honestly.
I love it. Tell us about Stronger Than That. We're going to play it next.
Stronger Than That stems from me being a little girl growing up in a small town, and your parents separate, unfortunately. They divorce, go their own separate ways. There are rumors in small towns and what have you, and just growing up listening to that. And then not only that, as life happens, things happen to all of us. And it's just a reminder that no matter what you've been through, what you've dealt with, or even what you may be going through now, you're stronger than those situations that life has dealt you. You're so much more than that, and you can make it through.
Absolutely. Man, it's the stories behind the songs that I love to hear. I get a lot of song titles, and I get to hear the stories behind it doing these interviews. Thank you for being on this program, Bree.
Thank you for having me, Tim. I look forward to seeing you again and being back on, and thanks for doing what you do and for supporting us artists out here.
You are welcome. And the top of the hour is going to kick off with another great song called Cowgirl, and that's exactly what you look like on your website, so I think we got that one covered too.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate you.
You are welcome. Here is Stronger Than That from Bree Carter on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, on a Triple Play Thursday.
Daddy left town when I was 7 years old. Sent this wide-eyed girl down a rocky road. Through all the turns and setbacks, I carried that heavy load for all those years. But it got me here. People talking, their whispers were so loud. It was tough for a teenage girl living in that town. They wrote me off and crossed me out. Mama had no doubt I wouldn't just survive. I find that fighter inside ashes of the past. I'm stronger than that. I'm a woman now who's learned along the way. Believe in me no matter what they say. Knock me down, I'll get back up. You find out who you are when you take a stand. And I know who I am. Well, I'm stronger than that. I've pushed through the pain. Had to hold on to hope. I found grace in a hurricane. I rose above the ashes of the past. I'm stronger than that. Yeah, my fate was always in my hands. I know the power that I have. Well, I'm stronger than that. I've pushed through the pain. Had to hold on to hope. Found grace in a hurricane. I rose above the ashes of the past. Yeah, I rose above the ashes of the past. I'm stronger than that. Stronger than that. Ooh.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Think I wear my boots and cap, along with my jeans and chaps, a plaid shirt with a pocket flap, or anything with the leather strap. Then out the door I go, headed straight to the rodeo. A shot of whiskey that's 12 years old, gonna put on a hell of a show. This bull can't throw me down, there's no money if I hit the ground. It's a struggle, but I know I can rock better than any man. Do you want a cowgirl? Do you need a cowgirl? Well, then be a cowgirl, 'cause I'm a cowgirl. Do you want a cowgirl? Do you need a cowgirl? Well, then be a cowgirl, 'cause I'm a cowgirl. Tell you how I came to be. A little story about little old me. Mama gave me the 3rd degree, 'cause I imitated Annie Oakley. Got a horse and I rode in the sun, and I learned how to shoot a gun. Losing Lasso was a lot of fun. Was so good, all the boys were stunned. Everything was moving fast. Line dancing, I was head of the class. I wasn't looking, then he walked on past. I grabbed the cowboy and then I asked, do ya want a cowgirl? Do ya need a cowgirl? Well, then be a cowgirl, 'cause I'm a cowgirl. Do ya want a cowgirl? Do ya need a cowgirl? Well, then be a cowgirl, 'cause I'm a cowgirl, yeah. Do you need a cowgirl? Well, then be 'cause I'm a cowgirl. Well-behaved women, they rarely make history. Ha ha! Woo! Want a cowgirl, need a cowgirl, be a cowgirl. I'm a cowgirl.
She is definitely a cowgirl. Her name is Bree Carter. It is B-R-E-I on Bree. She is different, she's unique, and she's just what we need in country music. Go check her out and see her in her cowgirl outfit, and that's one of those songs that we were talking about in the interview that make you want to get out on the dance floor for sure. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show. KICR IndieCountryRadio.com is the website. We are broadcasting live on it right now. We are live on our YouTube channel at KICR Indie Country Radio. Go over there and hit play, and you'll get to see this face for radio. There's fireworks right behind me. There is a Ferris wheel in downtown Branson. They brought that in on 26 semi-trailers a few years ago, and it lights up at night too, and they play music to it, and the lights are in motion with the music, and so it's a lot of cool stuff in downtown Branson. If you've never been, you got to come see the live show capital of the world, but you're going to get to hear a lot of more music from this live show that we're doing right now. This next artist that we're going to kick off hour number 2 with is from Belfast, Ireland, and it is currently 3 o'clock in the morning over there, so maybe he's tuned in live, and if not, you can hear all the recordings as well of the shows after we're finished on the live one tonight. His name is James Lynas. It is Lynas. This is called I Wish Every Night Was a Saturday Night. Well, it happens to be Triple Play Thursday on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Monday morning, punch the clock down at that factory. The same old job, the same old boss who hates the sight of me. This 40-hour week is killing me, it's just insane. I've got to pay the rent and all the bills, but just the same, oh, I wish every night was Saturday night, a 7-day weekend to be alright. Monday morning, never in sight. I wish every night was Saturday night. Saturday night is here, last time with the usual crowd. I'm drinking down some cold ones and the guys are getting loud. I'm gonna dance with that redhead girl, she just smiled at me. If only this could last forever, how cool would that be? Oh, I wish every night was Saturday night, a 7-day weekend to be alright. Monday morning, never in sight. Yeah, I wish every night was Saturday night. I know that it can't happen, reality's kicking in. But all next week, I'll be waiting for Saturday night again. Take it home, boys. Oh, I wish every night was Saturday night, a 7-day weekend to be alright. Monday morning, never in sight. Yeah, I wish every night was Saturday night. Oh, I wish every night was Saturday night, a 7-day weekend to be alright. Monday morning, never in sight. Brothers and sisters, are you with me? Yeah, I wish every night was Saturday night. Yeah, I wish every night was Saturday night. I wish every night was Saturday night.
Number 2.
Red Chevy Beard, he starts up in the morning. The next big payment on it's overdue. They're laying people off down at the factory.
They say it might close in a month or two. I guess that I will never be a rich man, but I won't miss what I ain't never had. I've always been the kind to count my blessings, and when I think about it, life ain't bad. Got a house that I come home to every evening. Got a woman who wakes me with the morning kiss. There's a baby sleeping down the hall who says you can't have it all. I'll never need any more than this. A chill wind blows and rattles an old door screen. It's cold as hell and winter's kicking in. It's getting harder trying to stretch a dollar. The price of gas is going up again. But on the news I see the poor and homeless, the dispossessed who's giving up the fight. I realize what I've got and I'm so grateful. I hit my knees and thank God every night. Got a house that I come home to every evening. Got a woman who wakes me with the morning kiss. There's a baby sleeping down the hall who says you can't have it all. I'll never need any more than this. I'll remember how I feel today forever. Well, time just